The story begins during the Cold War between the United States and Russia. During this time, the Soviet Union is secretly running an organization called Patriot. In this organization, a group of scientists conducts experiments on people from different nationalities, trying to turn them into superheroes. However, an explosion destroys the laboratory along with the entire project. After the incident, nobody knows what happened to the scientists or the superheroes. In the present day, the Russian army is testing a new generation of military robots. These robots do not require human operators because they are powered by highly advanced artificial intelligence. Everything appears to be working perfectly, but suddenly, the robots malfunction and turn against their own forces. They begin attacking Russian tanks and soldiers, causing chaos and destruction across the testing area. After the robots kill all the generals and technicians, it is revealed that the entire attack was orchestrated by Dr. Kuratov, one of the former scientists from the Patriot Project. Kuratov had gained superpowers that allowed him to generate electricity and control machines. Using these abilities, he takes control of all the robots and leads them away. Sometime later, the Ministry of Defense holds an emergency meeting to investigate the incident. During the meeting, Major General Nikolai explains that back in the 1940s, Dr. Kuratov was the head of the technology department in the Patriot Project. At that time, he was working on Project Module 1, which aimed to create a system capable of controlling any vehicle remotely. However, the experiment failed, and the project was shut down. Afterward, Kuratov became jealous of Victor, the head of the Patriot Project, because Victor's experiments to create superpowered humans were successful. Driven by envy, Kuratov stole Victor's research and began conducting illegal experiments for his own benefit. Many people became victims of those experiments, which eventually led to his arrest. But Kuratov managed to escape and hide inside his laboratory. When the army surrounded the facility, he detonated explosives, destroying the entire lab. Everyone believed he had died in the blast. However, the chemicals released during the explosion transformed his body using the Module 1 experiment. As a result, Kuratov survived and gained extraordinary powers. Nikolai tells the officials that the only way to stop Kuratov now is to find the superhumans created by the Patriot Project. Meanwhile, Kuratov is shown raiding military warehouses and stealing vehicles, weapons, and other resources for his growing army. Following the meeting, the Ministry of Defense decides to reactivate the Patriot organization. Major Elena is assigned to lead the mission. She orders her team to locate the missing superheroes, and the operation is given the name the Guardians. As soon as they gather enough information about the superhumans, the search for them begins. The team first tracks down a superhero named Lur, who is living in Temple in Armenia, trying to forget his past life. Elena approaches him and tells him about the Patriot Project. In response, Lur demonstrates his powers by lifting massive stones into the air. He tells Elena that he does not want to get involved again. However, when she reveals that Kuratov is still alive, Lur immediately agrees to join the mission because he wants revenge. After that, the team travels to East Kazakhstan in search of the second superhero, Khan. When agents approach him with their vehicles, Khan moves at incredible speed and cuts down the soldiers with his sword. But when he sees Lur, he stops. Lur tells him that they finally have a chance to take revenge on Kuratov. Khan agrees and joins the team. Next, they head to northern Siberia to find the third superhero, Arsis. He has been living deep inside the forests. The moment Arsis notices the soldiers, he transforms into a powerful beast and starts throwing them. Then he notices Lur and Khan. Like the others, Arsis also wants revenge on Kuratov, so he decides to join them. The group then travels to Moscow to find the final superhero, Xenia. She has become a famous performer and uses her powers during stage shows. Xenia can become invisible whenever she is submerged in water. After one of her performances, she finds Khan waiting inside her dressing room and immediately attacks him. Lur arrives moments later, and Xenia attacks him as well. However, Lur manages to defeat her because he was the one who originally trained her. At that point, Arsis steps in and explains everything. He reminds Xenia that all of them have remained young for the last 40 years because of their powers. He tells her that even if she does not remember them, she should join their mission to take revenge. Meanwhile, Kuratov has already created an army of clones. The heroes eventually arrive at Patriot headquarters. There, Xenia reveals that her earliest memory dates back to 1978 when a doctor found her near Sevastopol, and she only learned her name from a ring. The doctor had told her that her memories would eventually return, but that never happened. She also noticed she was not aging, which is why she spent years traveling to avoid peoples. Xenia describes her abilities, saying that she can become invisible in water and can control her body temperature according to any situation. During the discussion, one of Elena's officers arrives. He reports that Kuratov has been located in a scrapyard and is using the area as his command center. The team immediately heads there. It is raining heavily, which makes Xenia happy. However, as they approach the location, they discover that they are completely cut off from headquarters and unable to call for backup. The four heroes split up and Xenia rushes inside. However, Kuratov's guards are equipped with special goggles that detect body temperature. As soon as they spot her, they use a freezing weapon and capture her. Meanwhile, Arsis and Khan fight their way through the enemy forces, taking down as many guards with their powers. But Khan is struck by a paralysis weapon that completely immobilizes him, while Arsis is eventually overwhelmed and captured as well. Inside the main building, Lur creates a small earthquake before covering his body with stone armor. The shockwave kills dozens of guards. Just then, Kuratov arrives and attacks him. The battle is brutal, but Kuratov injures Lur by breaking his back. Later, Xenia, Khan, and Arsis are shown trapped inside one of Kuratov's force field prisons. Kuratov tells them that he knows all of their powers and weaknesses. That is why he designed special weapons that could capture each of them. He offers them a chance to join his side, but Arsis refuses. Kuratov gives them 24 hours to think about his offer. After that, Kuratov gathers the stolen tanks and launches an attack on the city. News channels report that military tanks have been stolen, along with a space transmitter. Reports also reveal that an unknown enemy is moving an army toward Moscow, causing thousands of civilians to flee the city in panic. It is then revealed that Kuratov had secretly made a deal with General Dorogov. The general agreed to hand over the superheroes in exchange for keeping control of everything else. But Kuratov betrays the agreement and kills Dorogov. In reality, Kuratov is preparing to activate Module 2. His plan is to connect the stolen transmitter to the Ostankino Tower and the Federation Tower, allowing him to send signals directly to Russia's satellite network. Once connected, he will gain control of every satellite in orbit. With that power, he takes control on Earth. Meanwhile, Elena brings the injured Lur back to headquarters. Once he recovers, he tells Elena while he was unconscious, he kept seeing visions of his daughter. He remained young while his daughter grew older. He watched her grow old and eventually die while he remained exactly the same. The memory still haunts him, and the pain of losing her has never left him. After that, Victor, Kuratov's former lab partner, arrives at headquarters. He had been hiding for years, but after seeing Kuratov on the news, he finally decided to come out of hiding. Victor immediately begins treating Lur and also reveals the location of Kuratov's secret laboratory. Using this information, Elena's team infiltrates the facility, eliminates the guards, and frees the Guardians. As soon as they are rescued, Khan quietly walks away without saying anything. Meanwhile, Kuratov continues transporting the two towers toward the city. Back at headquarters, Elena talks to Arsis. He admits that he is troubled because after so many years he finally met Xenia again, but she doesn't remember anything about him. He also fears that because he transforms into a beast every day, he may eventually lose himself and become a monster forever. Elena assures him that Victor may be able to find a cure. At the same time, Victor studies Kuratov's clones inside the secret lab. During his research, Kuratov suddenly appears and accuses Victor of betraying him. He declares that he is about to show the world who the real genius is before releasing a deadly gas throughout the laboratory. Meanwhile, Kuratov connects the two towers and sets up the space transmitter. As soon as he activates the powerful machine, the Patriot system detects the signal and uncovers his plan. Fighter jets are immediately dispatched to stop him, but Kuratov orders the stolen robots to attack them, and the entire squadron is destroyed. Elsewhere, Elena finds Khan standing alone on top of the building and asks him what is bothering him. Khan reveals that he once had a brother who was a great warrior and that he always wanted to become as strong as him. After receiving his powers from Kuratov, he challenged his brother to a fight. During the battle, he lost control and accidentally killed him. Elena sympathizes with his pain and reminds him that the city still needs him. Soon, the Guardians gather together once again. Elena informs them that new suits and weapons have been prepared for the mission. Arceus receives a special targeting system that connects directly to his nervous system. The device automatically locks onto whatever becomes the focus of his aggression. It will be especially useful when Arceus enters his full beast form, because the system will continue targeting enemies even if he loses control. Meanwhile, Khan's new suit can protect him from almost any attack. Lur's suit gives him constant access to stone armor, and he also receives a special whip that allows him to use his electromagnetic powers against enemies. Xenia's suit allows her to become invisible at any time, and she can also make anything she touches invisible. After that, all four heroes train with their new weapons. At first they struggle to use them, but after training they learn how to control them properly. Meanwhile, Kuratov continues charging the towers to send a signal. The Guardians learn that they have only 1 hour left to stop him. Their mission is to destroy the tower's force field. Once the mission is complete, they must escape quickly because rocket launchers will soon destroy the entire Moscow area. Lur enters Kuratov's territory through the subway tunnels and easily takes down the guards. At the same time, Arceus and Xenia fight the guard stationed throughout the streets. Xenia eliminates enemies while invisible, and Arceus enters beast mode and tears through everyone in his path. Soon, Xenia and Arceus meet Lur at shopping mall. Meanwhile, Khan reaches the tower by plane, but enemy robots attack the aircraft. On the other side, Lur, Xenia, and Arceus begin crossing a massive pipeline to reach Kuratov's tower. During the crossing, guards open fire on all three of them at once. Arceus nearly slips and falls, while Lur activates his whip to protect the team. At that moment, Khan jumps from the plane and crashes into the guards, knocking them off the structure. Meanwhile, Elena finds Victor alive inside the laboratory. Victor tells her that if all the superheroes combine their powers, their abilities will become much stronger and they will be able to defeat Kuratov. Soon, the four Guardians reach the tower's generator. Xenia grabs the generator and uses her body heat to short-circuit it. The process causes her tremendous pain, but she succeeds in shutting down the force field. Arceus catches her before she falls. After that, Elena tells the Guardians that they finally have a chance to take revenge on Kuratov. The team immediately goes after him. During the battle, Kuratov disables Lur's whip with his powers and then attacks Khan. At that moment, Xenia turns invisible and makes Lur invisible as well. Together, they manage to wrap Kuratov with the whip. Then Khan tries to kill Kuratov with his blade, but Kuratov breaks free by releasing a shockwave that throws the three Guardians backward. Arceus immediately attacks him, but Kuratov defeats him as well and leaves him badly injured. At the same time, the military orders a missile strike on the area. Khan spots a plane overhead and attaches his grappling line to it, pulling his teammates to safety. But Kuratov takes control of the aircraft, forcing Khan to cut the line. As a result, all of them fall into a nearby river. Moments later, the military launches the missiles. However, Kuratov gains control of them and detonates them in the sky. After that, he resumes contact with the satellite network. Meanwhile, Elena meets the Guardians on the riverbank and tells them everything Victor discovered. After hearing the plan, all four heroes decide to take the risk. They combine their powers and focus all of their energy into Lur. The massive energy surge destroys the tower and finally kills Kuratov. Afterward, the news reports that Moscow has been saved. Most people believe that the regular military forces were responsible for stopping the attack. Elena thanks the Guardians for saving the city. By this point, Xenia's memories have finally returned, and she decides to stay with Arceus once again. Before leaving, all of the Guardians promise that if another major threat appears, they will return to help. Elena then reveals that they have already located other Guardians around the world. Sometime later, during the night, Elena is attacked by two men. After defeating them, she learns that they were sent by a mysterious man named Prometheus. Hearing that name immediately worries her. And with that, the movie comes to an end.